So yeah, this is Chem Lab, and this is pretty unusual, as you guys can gather. This is probably one of your only classes, maybe your only class, where you're in person for this beginning part and stuff. And you know, they're printing out the syllabus for you now. It's on the Blackboard site. Hopefully you guys were able to take a look at it. There's a lot of precaution put in place and stuff. They put in special new filters around the building and everything. We all do our daily checks. In a minute, actually, I should probably have done that first. Is I need to check that you guys all checked. That's new for me. And this class is typically twice the number, or actually a little bit more. This is typically 16 people. So they cut them in half, made twice as many sections, spread it out. So we're spread pretty well. You know, I don't know how you guys are feeling about being in person and stuff like that. I am at a much worse age range for this kind of thing than you guys are and stuff. And you know, my opinion, for what it's worth, it's not a physician's opinion or an epidemiologist's opinion. I'm not terribly worried, though, to be honest with you. As long as the masks are key, social distancing is key, good airflow is key. Did you guys read about, it's actually on the CDC website, about the hairdressers? You know, the hairdresser story? There's two hairdressers, and between the two of them, they saw, you know, right after things opened up again, they saw like over 100 clients or something like that between the two of them over a few days. Both stylists were positive, and they transmitted it to none of their clients because everybody was wearing masks and doing stuff. Now, you know, that doesn't, you know, oh, I'm going to go hang out with every COVID person I know, as long as I, you know, I mean, take it with a grain of salt. But, and it's anecdotal. Do you guys know what anecdotal means? Anecdotal means it wasn't a statistically done study or looking over many COVID people, and it's an anecdote. It's just an individual story. But it's an anecdote that was significant enough that the CDC put it on their website. So, anyway. So I like I said, I don't know how you guys are feeling. How are you guys feeling? Are you comfortable? Are you like a little sketched out by this? Are you a little bit sketched out by this? Yeah. Yeah, that's understandable. Totally understandable. Yeah, it's a weird time. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I really, I personally, when I teach, I have to really avoid the tendency to go into my old man wise, let me tell the youth advice thing. I still do sometimes. I will tell you this, that you know, it seems like every generation has some really big thing that smacks them in the face. You know, I went through 9/11, went through the first Iraq War, went through the second Iraq War. I don't know that those are actually quite as weighty as this one. It's different, very different. In any case, you go through them, and we're going to get through this, and it gives you a little bit of inner strength to put up with these things when they do come. There was 2008, the stock market crashed, and you know, that was pretty spooky too and stuff. So. Yeah, that's my advice. We're going to get through this, and you will be stronger internally to deal with big global things and small life things. Because when you've been through big SH, et cetera, makes you a little bit better equipped to deal with those things when they come. Okay, all right. That's enough of that stuff. Let me do the check. Let's see how well I manage this. There's a page I can go to, and apparently, if you guys did your home, did everybody do their home survey deal and then go stand in front of the thingy thing? Yeah. And it recognized your face? That's so cool, right? not work with my son. It gave me the temperature, but it didn't give me the little slip of paper. And there is a little design flaw. I had to hold him for a long time, and I had to hide my face while I'm holding him, because it kept trying to find me. All right. Today, by the way, if you're interested, we won't be here very long. Today's first session is not very long. Thing I am still really working on is how to have the mask on and not fog glasses. What I found was the farther down the nose I put it. Yeah, okay. All right. So sorry guys, I should have this up. Yeah. Been talk of like, because it says on your phone, right? It says, yeah, I'm good. I'm all straight. There's been talk of like, well, just show me your phone. Let me try this. One thing honestly, I sent out some emails now. I thought I was pretty sure of what I said to you guys, but I'm not totally sure what I said to you guys. I think I know what I said to you. I made a list. Did I make a list for this spot? Okay, good. You know, this is going to be bumpy. You know, we're going to have bumps like he's sitting here trying to figure this thing out. We're going to get through it. You're going to pass OChem. Just hand in your stuff. That's the key thing. There's an old saying that I love in life, that 70% of life is showing up. It is so true. So show up, and showing up is you know, it's a little bit beyond that, a little metaphorical. It also means handing in your stuff when it's got to get handed in. I will tell you right off the bat that if people follow directions, get their stuff in when they got to get it in and everything, I want this to be an AD class. I just want to give A's and B's. That's the plan. Because part of it is being here and participating. So hopefully that's some reassurance. All right. Well, my students. There's 7, right? Yeah. Of course, the Wi-Fi in the building is awesome too. Yeah, the other thing, so it's going to be bumpy. We're going to get through it. We'll make it work. I just got done this summer teaching the entire Gen Chem series myself online. It was crazy, the craziest work experience I've ever been through, honestly. But the point is they learned a ton of chemistry. Somehow, I think, not as good as here, but they got an appreciation for how the lab works. They did lab assignments. I mean, we navigated our way through it. We had to audibleize. Do you guys know what an audible is? It's in football when you come up and you're like, oh, I don't like this plan. I need a new plan, and you call an audible. So we'll have to audibleize sometimes for a situation and stuff. Okay, we're going to move on. Okay, yeah, I start every class off with a more old man, wise perspective stuff. I'll try to keep that short. If you looked at my syllabus on the front, you see that there's this cheesy, over dramatic, like welcoming message and stuff. What that basically is trying to address, it's trying to address the fact that students aren't always excited about being in a chemistry class, as strange as that may seem. And sometimes they're just here because it's a requirement and not because it's awesome. Probably none of you guys, but every once in a while I get a person like that. The perspective I like to give is that we really are pretty blessed and pretty lucky to be here and be doing this. And there's all kinds of reasons. College, regular college is totally awesome. I think COVID college is still a little bit awesome. It's weird and cumbersome, but it's still a little bit awesome. If you are shortly or recently out of your family and your parents' house and stuff, I don't know about you guys, but for me, I loved that. That was really awesome. I love my family to death, but I was ready to be out on my own and stuff. And there's all kinds of awesome things to do at college. There's all kinds of awesome activities. It's a huge social network and stuff. That's very different this fall. It's not going to be different the whole 4 years you guys are into college a little bit longer. Even though you guys are pretty far along in your degree progression, it's not going to be like that the whole time. It's going to go back to being pretty awesome. There will be baseball games and some kind of jack volleyball. There will be volleyball games and are you guys playing?
Not right now.
Not right now. Okay. And there will be a talent show, super cheesy talent show, and all those kinds of awesome things about college and stuff. And there will be going to the beach with friends and stuff like that. So college in that regards is fantastic. College is also really good. And boy, it's easy to make this point this time. Getting into college education is a little bit of an insurance policy. It's like shock absorbers for your career as you go out into the world. Okay? And sometimes we have topsy-turvy times in the economy and in industries and stuff like that. And with a college degree in hand, you can pivot. You have a lot of options. You have a lot more options than you do without one. Sometimes, almost, we're a little bit obsessed sometimes with these certificates for good reason, and sometimes we go, maybe take it a little bit too far. Oh, you've got those initials after your name and stuff like that. But whatever, that's the way the world works. You get the initials, it really does help you. And if you've ever worked, and I have in the research world, I've worked with people from other countries, especially developing nations and stuff like that, you see their just absolute fervent hunger for their education. And we in this country take it for granted a little bit. I think you, less than my generation, the money wasn't what it is for you, that it is for you guys now. The money situation of getting a college education is way harder than it was for my generation. But we still take it for granted that, oh yeah, I can finish high school, go to college. It's not like that around the world. The world's population, it's a tiny minority that has a college education. And like I said, that's going to help you navigate these topsy-turvy world and these topsy-turvy economies like it is now. Finally, or no, almost finally, you're lucky because it's a chance to try on different hats. When you do get into your career, you're going to look at all your friends and you're going to wonder, oh man, there's that career, I should have been an architect. I always look at my physician friends. I should have been a physician, except I don't like blood and guts. So I steered away from it for obvious reasons. I could have been a podiatrist or whatever. So you look at those careers and you're like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. And when you're in a career, when you're not doing your job, you're left to Google and talk to them at parties and stuff like that. Here, you get to go check it out. Especially since we have a lot of unrestricted electives now. If you want to find out what it's like to be a historian, go take a history class, or a psychologist. Go take a class with Vince Tsushima. Everybody had Vince Tsushima? It doesn't get better than that guy. He's a nutty, kooky guy, and he's probably my favorite faculty member on this campus. Go take a class from that guy. Find out what psychology is like. We have a hula class. I think we used to have a history of surfing class. I haven't checked that. We may still have a history of surfing class, or anything like that. So it's a chance to really like immerse yourselves in these worlds for 14 weeks or 16 weeks now, and then get out of it. So if you can convince yourself, if you guys ever heard "fake it till you make it," it's another one of my favorite sayings. I've made a career upon it. If you can fake it, like, okay, you know what? I'm excited to go to OChem. I'm excited to go to OChem. I'm excited. This is cool. I'm making molecules. Okay. You know, you might just end up fooling yourself, and suddenly you're like, oh, I'm going to OChem. Right on. Oh, wait, how did that happen? Okay. All right. That's my inspiring speech. You're welcome. So we should talk about. Oh, the thing finally came up. Wi-Fi came up. Going to check all your vitals. And I'll get the syllabus. And we'll go through the syllabus real quick so you get an idea. Anybody have any questions while I'm waiting for this thing? Everybody, textbook, are we good? Yes.
So
what's your name?
I'm Michaela.
Michaela.
Yeah.
Hey.
I think I sent you an email. So I'm actually having trouble finding the material. I'm trying to find the 5th edition for the text. I'm trying to find the research notebook that you want to see it.
Research notebook, don't sweat it. Because the bookstore, like they're out and stuff like that. You need a notebook. That one you got right there is going to suffice for right now. We're gonna lax the rules a little bit. Ordinarily, we like it so that it makes duplicate copies. We want to train you to be scientists, and a really critical part of being a scientist is taking good notes. Even though you read a procedure, a lot of time once you're in front of and doing the experiment, things are different. You make a little change. You go, oh no, I think I'm going to let it cook a little bit longer. Oh, this is purple. This isn't red that I thought it was going to be, or whatever. You want to write those things down. You want to write those things in pen, so forth and so on. But as long as you have a notebook, you need a notebook when you come to lab next time. I don't care if it's because they're out of it. There's nothing we can do. Now, they do have the textbook. They do have the textbook at the bookstore.
Okay, great.
And then there's lots of the textbook, hang on just a second. The textbook is it's one that's made specially for HBU. We had them take out all the umpteen pages that we don't use. And it went from like a $400 book to a $200 book and stuff. The original $400 book is the 5th edition. That's critical because there's a 6th edition out. The 5th edition. And sometimes people have, oh yeah, my sister took this at UH or whatever and stuff like that. Is it okay if I don't use the HBU regular kind? I have the whole 5th edition. Same page numbers and everything. Okay.
And
Yeah.
do we need a lab coat too? I assume yes.
Yes, there's a caveat to that. Hold on. Okay, this is weird. Some of you are here twice.
Sorry. That might be me. I scanned so many times.
Oh man, I'm gonna butcher this. I'm so sorry. Zao?
Shao-yi. Shao-yi, like shower.
Shao-yi.
Shower-yi. Shao-yi.
Shao-yi.
Yeah.
Shao-yi. Shao-yi. Okay, help me with that. I don't want to butcher it. From Shao-yi. Okay, I have you twice.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Kaylin. Hi, Kaylin. Gideon. Kira. Olivia. Aaron? Aaron. Oh, just like Rick. My bad. Kayla. Shao-yi.
Shao-yi. Yeah.
Shao-yi.
Yi. Like yi.
The mask, I'm going to blame the mask. I'd have it perfect if it wasn't for our mask. Okay, so did you not write your?
No, I didn't. It doesn't work for me. Like, it didn't send me an email confirmation.
Did you do the pre-survey deal?
Yes, I did. I have a
It maybe it just didn't recognize your face, yeah? Or didn't recognize your face?
It did recognize my face, but it didn't send me a confirmation email.
Yeah, mine hasn't sent me an email either, but
Me either.
yeah.
It's weird, 'cause I got all these. Okay. Do you have the thing on your, oh no, it didn't send it to your phone.
No.
Can you make it spit out a piece of paper, do you know?
No, I tried a few times, but.
It wouldn't spit out the
Yeah.
paper?
They recognized her face, so it wouldn't spit out the paper. Like, it didn't recognize my face, so I got some paper, but.
Yeah.
How did you get, did it, because I didn't get the paper for my son either. Was there a paper button?
No, it
No.
just like.
It just spit it out?
When I had to take my mask off
Yeah.
so that I could try it again, and then it spit out like 6 pieces of paper in my face. Here, I'll show you.
Okay.
Yeah, because if it doesn't recognize your face with the mask on, it will print out a paper, and then you're supposed to wear that all day. But if you like pull down your mask, it usually recognizes you after that.
But it recognized you,
Yes, it did.
but it didn't spit out a piece of paper.
No.
Okay. Well, I will get the syllabus, would you mind trying one more time? Would you mind trying one more time while I
Yeah,
get
sure.
that? While I get that, yeah. I'm just trying to, yeah. Here's the thing, and you know, if folks aren't wearing masks and everything like that, like I'm gonna make people wear masks and stuff, and I don't think anybody's gonna give us any problems, you know, like you see on the internet at Walmart or whatever, people getting upset. And it's not just because I would, but I also have an obligation to the other students who might be uncomfortable if somebody's not wearing a mask. So I'm going to ask somebody to wear a mask. Okay, I'm gonna get the syllabus. I'll be right back.
Is that the text?
Yeah.
Where did you get it?
The bookstore had it.
Was it like $200?
That's a really good question. I think it was only like 150.
Oh,
Because
okay.
with all my other textbooks, I only spent like $350. So
Oh, awesome.
I think it was less than 200.
That's
I
great.
have a PDF if anyone wants it, or if you haven't bought it already.
Can you print from the PDF?
Mm-hmm.
Is it the red book, the cover?
I didn't ask him about my lab coat. It's pretty Apple, but it's different.
He said there was a caveat to the lab coat though.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
where.
dropped mine because I was like, I really hope I don't have to buy a new one.
I'm so impressed you got the stuff by today. He sent the email so late. I was like,
Well, I just went and got the textbook on Friday. Like I just got all of my textbooks and then I saved my receipts, like if I had to return any of them.
That's
But
great.
No,
like,
it's green.
I downloaded the 5th and 6th edition, but he said the 5th, so I'm just gonna delete the 6th one.
where did you find it?
I found it on Z Library. Open link is. Did it work?
No.
I typed in.
It didn't print anything for me.
No, it didn't.
It sent me an email though.
It didn't send me an
mine
email.
didn't send me an email.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
just
like,
weird.
okay.
Things that recognize your face.
Yeah.
it did.
And did you see we were doing an assignment for OChem tomorrow?
Wait, on Blackboard, it shows doubles of it?
There's 2 parts.
Wait, but it's like, it says.
It's like the first half of the first chapter and then the second half of the
Oh.
first chapter.
Okay, it's actually.
Yeah. Because if you do the practice questions for the first part, it only goes through half of the section. Like you could read the whole thing for like the first one, but it will only do questions up to like the first half.
So we're only supposed to read the highlighted stuff, so just ignore.
I guess that's like the most important stuff. I still read everything, but like I took notes on like what's highlighted.
Okay.
And the quiz gives you 2 times the same questions.
Okay.
And it tells you which ones are wrong.
Oh.
Is that OChem?
Yeah.
Is it the like
The Learn
connect?
Smart and the Connect, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Did they take a long time or were they pretty quick?
The Learn Smart It took me, I did the first one, and it probably took me an hour and a half, 2 hours, because I didn't read just what was highlighted, I read
The whole
all of
thing,
it.
yeah.
But the quiz probably took me 20 minutes. That was taken twice.
Was it?
Don't forget, if you guys were saying, that guy's a crazy idiot, the thing's still recording. But I'll just let you know and I'll just edit it.
I don't think we said anything.
No, I don't think so. We're just talking about time.
You don't know me long enough yet then.
It doesn't work.
Okay, I'll look into it. It said good temperature? I feel so awkward asking you to do these things and stuff. But again, I think it's part of my job. That's a
So any kind of like carbon copy or radio kind of notebook is fine.
Yep.
Cool. I really like the satisfaction of like ripping them out. Yeah, it's really satisfying.
Did you have another question? Or,
That was my question.
Oh, now I get the syllabus. Sorry.
Let's start with the contacts again. I tried grinding bubbles in Chem with my glasses on once. It didn't work. And then she'd put something on the screen and I'd be like, nah, I can't see that. Let you know, I sanitized my hands right before I pick these up. Did you guys all get a chance? So you looked at the syllabus. Did you get a chance to look at the attendance policy? It could be like a little bit confusing perhaps. Yeah. Well, we'll get to that in just a second. Okay, so there are going to be office hours. They will be Zoom. What I do is I don't send a code because then you got to look back in your email and oh, where's the code? Blah, blah, blah. What I tend to do is, if the office hours are at 2, at 1:55 I send a link. Like at 1:50, so right when the things are supposed to happen, then you just press on the link. Boom, you're in the meeting. Zoom office hours are actually pretty cool, to be honest with you, because my office hours are usually on this campus, and maybe you guys are downtown, and so getting all the way over here and stuff. So that's actually one of these kind of weird, very small silver linings of all this, is that we are able to do office hours. I can share screen, and you can show me your work, and I can look at it and stuff. I had much more attendance in office hours this summer than I typically do. There is one little awkward thing I'll let you know about, is that sometimes a student comes to your office hours and they want to talk about personal stuff. It could be small, it could be big. I've had students talk about big stuff.
So sometimes if you're waiting and maybe to the damn Zoom meeting, it might be because I'm talking to a student about some sort of personal thing or whatever and stuff. So hang tight, you know, and usually I'll try to send a thing to the chat, like I'm with another student, I'll be with you soon.